Hello, welcome back. Welcome for the first time if it's your first time. My name is Omari, and I'm here to play The Sims. So if you were here last time, or if you haven't watched the first video, we started off with our new girl, Miss Farrah Nouvelle. As you can see, she's coming with a little bit of coinage. We got to move her into a place. So we got her into a look. We set her up. We got her into something like, a good starter look. This is not where she lands, but it's where she starts for sure. But we are now going to move her into a home and decorate it. Because for me, when I play Sims, the more customization a game has, the more invested I am. So if I feel like the characters look amazing, I then start to play more intently. If I feel like I love their houses, I invite more people over. So I found this little tiny home on the gallery. And again, as you can see, she's balling, but she's still balling on a reasonable budget. So I thought this tiny home, you'll see, is very cute. Let's start it with it furnished, but we're gonna remix the whole thing because we got to make it her own because she's a homeowner. I put on a little fall background just to kind of stick with the theme. We're soon into November, so wanted to make sure we had the autumnal vibes going throughout the game. So again, I don't really remember the challenge for Farrah, but I'm sure here we are. So Farrah is moving, and she's new in town. So she's moving to a new place. Can be scary, especially if you don't know anyone there, but it can also be a great adventure. Help Farrah explore her new home, make some friends, and throw a move-in party that will be the talk of the town. I can read. I definitely messed up a few of those words, but it's fine. Okay, there's some rewards, some bonuses. We'll learn more about the scenario, but that's okay. That's what we're working with. But we're not going to get into the gameplay today. Okay, she's a freelance artist. She's got some art skills. She's new in town. Let me get into your backstory. Farrah, a freelancing digital artist, has just moved to a new town. She doesn't know anyone. Help her explore her new home, meet some people, and throw the best moving in party ever. Fingers crossed she'll make some lifelong friends along the way. Maybe she'll even meet the sim of her dreams. You can find more information. Okay, that's amazing. So this is her home. Let's give it a roof. See, as you can see, I wanted to stick with the slight, almost like gothic style theme, but also a little bit of bungalow. You just wanted to have all the references there. But I think this home is small, so we get minimal bills. It's by the river. We live for that. Look at all this foliage. Look at all this beautiful neighborhood. So I feel like this is pretty idyllic. And to live alone this early in your career as a digital freelance artist is truly impressive. Please teach me your ways. Okay, little cat. That is not real. Got it. Okay, so let's put these walls. Okay, so I can see some things definitely have to change, and some things have to change. Okay, so I think for me, the first problem, the outside, a lot of personality. But clearly this is a new renovation, and they did not try to keep the charm of the old build. Let me not do too much. They kept the windows, and we thank them for that. But I do think, I also am liking that there's two bedrooms here. That means we have a spare situation. And because Miss Mama's got a little bit of money, she said, let's gut the whole thing. If we're going to do it, she wants to do it properly. I think... See, this is when I let all my times of watching HGTV just run wild. And so I can do this for a long time, so truly strap in. I also have some new CC because I downloaded like some pre-made lots. So I might try some of those eventually. I don't tend to try like a lot of build by CC just because... I don't know. My game has been slow. This is like the 18th iteration of me playing this game, and this is probably the first time that it's run smoothly. So we're going to hold on to hope that we stay in this trajectory, and We just keep it to the clothes. There's a lot of clothes in this game, but definitely not a crazy amount of build buy. You know, I just said that, but then here I am wanting this, because this feels like it gives personality to me. Let's see what the moss. Okay. I think I like that, but I think for this small of a space, it's a little too small. And I think maybe it's too many swooves and grooves. Okay, I think the lavender, this is what I'm liking about the lavender, just as it's sitting here as a placeholder. I think the lavender doesn't feel too feminine, despite it being feminine leaning. And who knows? She might, as she's looking for a potential suitor, there might need to be some compromise here. So we need to be a little bit. We need to just kind of allow just for some space for other perspectives, style-wise. Look at me creating these stories and narratives. That's why I love The Sims. That was not cute. Apologies. You know, I do like. I think what's helping me with this gold and the cream is the doors, but and the stark white feels a little too stark for me. Yeah, I think I like the warmth that this brings, and I think once we get into like the rug and we try to figure out this entertainment situation, I think we're gonna like the this color. Okay, so I'm gonna try something that I don't think I've tried in a while, because I'm not really a tabletop TV type of guy, but I do think it would be cool. Cool seems like an exaggeration. I think it would be helpful to the timeliness of this if I could do something like this. Hit it with the TV kind of angular, because I think she's got so much talking and meeting and mingling to do. Like, watching TV all day is just not the full priority, but I don't want to neglect the fact that, like, everyone's got their soaps. That is too aggressive, I think. Is this TV too small? Like, it feels a little too, like, it's like, what are you doing? It just feels a little like a joke here. Shout out to the small TV gang. But I think that one's just a... No, let me not give up on the vision so fast. That was quitting too quick. Maybe we can do... Okay, see why I don't always choose the tiny home option, because you are limited. I feel like we can do a nicer couch. And I think we want to go with straight angles in here, just because I know this clearing of the throat is just not appealing, but I apologize. I just don't want to be coughing and talking. I wanted to like that, and it just did not land fully for me. I wish there was like a dark purple, like an eggplant color. I think this is going to be a little too gaudy for this. It's already starting to give, like, when somebody's just really savvy on Facebook Marketplace, it's starting to give, like, very eclectic, very savvy, but I feel like the way I'm designing it didn't necessarily master the cohesion. I do feel like a plant is helping, but I think it might still be too early for a plant. When I record these videos, I started to play with music on, and normally I um, would just play something in the background or something. And the songs are kind of a vibe. That's giving uncomfortable. Look at the back. This always takes so long from... Okay, we can go monochrome. This is the first one that I had like a reaction that felt positive, and I think we got to... Wow, that was $1,900 though, and that was not what I was thinking we were going to budget for that, but, you know, when you're setting up your home, you really got to be big on like what makes you feel good, even if it's outside of your price range. I feel like we do need a little pattern in here. I don't want it to get too monochromatic. I will say this doesn't give cozy yet, but let's see if there's some other swatches. I want to like it, but I feel like I might be giving up too quickly. There might be something a little bit better. That might be too much pattern. Okay, let's see what maybe this... Oh, that's very wide. You know, something about that is not bothering me because I feel like this is already kind of an interesting space, so like let's embrace the weird. I think we can put an end table on this side because we need to keep this as a walkway. And because it looks like surface is going to be an issue in a small space. That's too tall. But I think we need like some kind of little mini table behind the couch. Will people bump their heads? Yes, but this is The Sims, and I think why I like this is I can put two lamps on this table, and then that kind of solves the lighting problem. Ooh, I recently got the bistro kit. I haven't used those items yet because I haven't made a restaurant recently, but I like the initial look. I'm feeling the vibe. I think I want two lamps, so I think they have to be a little bit smaller. Okay, it's a little predictable, but maybe if we like decorate it with some more stuff, it starts to come into form. I also think we can now add in that plant that we knew we needed. I know. Let's do some for the table. You know, just because foliage happens here, and you see all this amazing light in here, then I think we need a potted plant to go on the floor. This is one I tend to use a lot because I feel like it just looks very classy and well made and put together and timeless. She gives me the vibe that she wants a hanging plant, but I'm wanting more plants on the ground, I think, for this one. Just because I think the TV probably is going to be the main focus over here. And since we can't mount it because we're going this angle... Ooh, this is so large. I think there's actually one that that sits. Yeah. This is better. That's better. And it doesn't feel as... Let's go with the black, I think. We have the black from the windows and the door. Okay. This is coming together. I think we're going to have to get creative with the dining setup because it's a small home. So I think we're going to, in lieu of having more kitchen space, I know. Maybe we'll... in lieu of having more kitchen space, we're going to do a little corner table situation. Very bistro. Maybe this time we use the bistro kit. Okay. Hey, let's see what some swatches. I think in this instance, I'm not hating. Is that rested? I don't like the yellow table. I think because it matches, I have to like it, and I think I can make myself like it, so that's fine. I think also I'm thinking like there's not a lot of comfort in this room so far just because, you know, there's not a lot of space. So maybe like these vintage chairs. Again, very Facebook Marketplace. But I think we could switch these because I don't think anybody wants to be in the jungle eating. We can give this a little bit more of a nice moment. Oh, I like these better. I certainly do. Yeah, I like that a lot. And then I think we can do like a little... I'm not opposed to like a bunch of rugs. I think it's fine. I don't mind rugs laying on top of rugs. I think that's not the right one. But I don't mind some additional patterns going on here. You know, just to add a little. I think I want a little, it's maybe circular, but a little bit more neutral. I think that one's so plain that I wish there was one that was, I guess, I'm going to do the macrame simoleon mat. It is pretty neutral. I don't mind it, but it also doesn't feel that necessary. Maybe we'll just, for right now, not go with the rug until we feel more clarified as to where we want to land. I think that, you know, they really eat at the couch anyway, so that's not really that big of a deal. And, oh, I love these kind of prints. Yes, come on. Come on. That is very nice. And you know, I think to try to add some light, but also to be an art snob, let's see if we can try to fit. I just think if we fit one more chair here, it just gets a little aggressive. Yeah, but here's what we can do. And this is why The Sims is The Sims. If I have, I don't know if I have any chairs that are just like a chair like this. I don't mind. You know, there's some continuity. I don't know if there's anything smaller than that. I recently cleaned out my CC folder because my computer was definitely overwhelmed because I play Sims on a laptop. But after doing some upgrades and just cleaning the folder up, it is nice to have a game that just does not freeze all the time. It does still have its moments for sure. But even the fact that we haven't hit the little circle of doom, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. To give a picture light, I'm looking for a picture light that maybe is a little bit more square. I feel like I used to have one, and I'm trying to remember if it was CC or if it was in-game. If it was CC, I can find one in-game and get creative. And let's find one in-game and get creative. So, I think this gives it a little light in the corner. Can, because I like to do the mood lighting later. Yeah, I like that. I do think it's still going to need a rug, but I think let's just put some more of this kitchen in, and then we can start to understand where this rug's going to live. I think we should go... When you walk in, what do we want to see on this wall? I do think we need some cabinets, so maybe the cabinets can inform the... Okay, something about this is really nice to me. It's not going to be green. So I don't hate it. Let's see if we did like this. I'm thinking like the fridge could go in that first slot. Just in case somebody wants a little quick midnight snack. And then we could do these this size. Fridge. We can maybe put like... It's coming together. I already feel better about this. And not me forgetting what the word counter was earlier. I literally stopped mid-sentence and realized it's because I couldn't think of what the word counter was, but we're back. I don't mind this. Now, it's a small space, but again, that's what she signed up for. I do think the more I see this here, the more I'm like, we just have to understand that like 2 people can sit here and it's just not going to be 3. And that's okay because she's still making friends. She doesn't have friends yet. So this is still very aspirational to have 1 person at dinner, let alone 3. I need to take a look at the money. This has been so freeing just to spend. Oh yeah, girl, put it in the cart. I like the vintage, you know, because it's showing that she gets a little bit of ownership in her own space. She gets to choose. But dilemma. Something about the fridge and the stove being so close to me feels concerning. So I think if we just had a little bit of a barrier, that would make me feel better. Certainly. And okay, well there is a fridge that matches this set. Guys, I think, guys and gals, theys, thems, in betweens, I like the way this is coming together. Do you want to hear that water while you're eating? But like, I don't think it's going to be, people aren't going to be washing dishes while they're there. And I think because we don't have a lot of space, I think the nice little runner, some long little simple, I wish these were plain. I don't like these swatches. Let's see, but we're going to work with what we have and we're not going to complain. I don't like that. I don't think that's the pattern for this. There's got to be... Like, do I like that? I don't. But it could be the best option. So maybe I'll keep it there just for right now, just for reference. Ooh, I don't like that pattern either. Same pattern, don't like it still. let's let's make this one work because it's one, so adding some color in. Let's see if we. I do think I prefer this color to show versus the blue because there's not really blue anywhere else, so I feel like that throws me off the most. I do think maybe there's opportunity for some floating shelves. Maybe just like a set of some quick floating shelves, just because, storage is an issue here. We want to make sure that Miss Farrah has enough places to put her things, spices, etc. Yeah, I think that'll just be helpful in terms of like we can now put more like clutter there without running. Maybe some books can go there. Farrah loves to read. I well, I don't know. Maybe that's why she hasn't been able to make a lot of friends. She's just been reading, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, it might be a deterrent to her social life. Let's make all the books a little bit smaller, just so they look a little neater on this shelf. So then at least it looks, maybe these could be like just old cookbooks, just some references. And then, oh, one thing I like to put in all my builds, and I usually hide it behind a fridge, is this, because I really get attached to my Sims, and I will unsave the game if they perish at a time that I'm not ready for. So this just kind of helps me not have as many incidents with them cooking. Is this maybe where this pot needs to go? Okay, it's saying no. But I think a little plant there feels nice. It feels like I've taken a while, and I probably have, but the house is small, so it doesn't feel like it's that, it's not too much. I like this. It's simple, to the point, put it at an angle. We'll figure out what goes on these spice jars. My concern, I'm gonna be honest. If we run out of money, I'm going to do some cheats because this is not a challenge. Oh, we gotta put some throw pillows on, and that can bring that neutral color back in. Okay, we like that. I'm all about the pattern mixing, so let's do some fun multiple tones. That looks nice. I like that. Let's do a candle. These ones I like because they give you moodlets when you come into your place. I do sometimes feel like it's a cop-out because I do like to play semi-realistically. So even though I do like those candles, like I'll put a sim as high maintenance and they're mad all the time, and that candle always kind of fixes their mood. So I'll use this candle that came with the bathroom clutter kit. I don't know why I picked black. I feel like I wanted the candle that just didn't have all the patterns, and I think that's why I'm gonna stay there. Let's also, I think, when you come in the house, you need a tray for your things. So let's find a nice little, a little self-care book tray. She's just always just reading or drinking some coffee, or I do like because I can put her keys in here. Yeah, let's go with this neutral one. I like that it gives like the marble look. I know I have some keys from, yep. I believe her phone is pink anyway, so look at the continuity there. Keys in there, so we know. Actually, what am I saying? I don't think we ever chose a phone color for her. And I don't really see her as I do see her as more of a neutral kind of phone, but maybe with some fun. That's a little strawberry. Let's see. I'm overthinking this. We're gonna go with this. Great. A little fun with the blue. I might also think, now that we're in this room, we can give the cooling system here. I'll probably do black just to keep it consistent. And I usually scale this down just so it's just, I don't know, for whatever reason, I just like it a little bit smaller. Okay, I'm liking the way this is starting to come together. It's, you know, it feels like it's got room to grow, but also doesn't feel like it's starting from scratch. And that looks nice. Okay, I actually like the sunburst clock here too, I think. It adds a little bit more shapes and fun to the wall, and it plays off of the architecture and like the windows. Look at me. I sound so educated and so smart with architecture and windows. And I am educated and smart. I like that. I've never been like an I've never been an orchid person. I usually just go for like potted. Usually pothos plants are really the only thing I can keep alive. So there's like a million that I just love and buy all the time, but I've not ventured into the world of the orchid. I think I'm liking the way this is so far. So I think for right now, knowing that this is like a functional space, it has everything it needs, I like where this is at. So now we know this is going to be our kind of our guest room slash our, you know, I don't even want her to feel what poverty is like because it hurts me all the time. So let us give just a little bit of money just to set up this room. I think we can go, I don't think I've ever used this bed, but I do like the shape of it. They will go ham and cheese with the bedding. So finding something neutral. But who said we need to find something neutral? Maybe we want some cow print. I don't. Well, I don't know. Something about it is like it's interesting to me. Maybe it's like I don't know if I want my head to sleep against cow print. And I think in a space like this, maybe we just want like a more neutral, like this is for guests. We don't want them to feel like they're too thrown off by the vibe. I feel like this gives uncomfortable Airbnb bed energy, where seemingly it should be comfortable, but that back's gonna hurt in the morning. So let's go with the one that looks uncomfortable, but also really is giving style. I think we can stick with the blue, and then maybe try to. I can play around. I like the blue. I like the blue. And I think because this one comes in like the home decorator kit, this should all kind of come in a general like set. I tend to put something over every window because safety. And then, so I see, okay, this is what I like. I'm liking that we already have a clear spot for a desk. We could put it over here, or I'm thinking we could put it here, just to keep the room split. If we also want to do a smaller desk, we could, like, this gives a little childish. That swatch does match though. I mean, it's a little too kidded. I mean, if she had a child, then I think we could make it make sense. This kind of is giving hotel vibes, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think you could put it towards the floor because you know Sims get a little confused and they don't like getting stuck. So, and in lieu of space, we will have comfort. So let's just go for a nice, comfortable chair. But I don't know if she's a gamer, so we're gonna go neutral. Normally, yes, in real life, this would get caught under, but this is not real life. And is there maybe there's some activities that she likes to do? Because I think that's another thing that I want to get better at is, oh, I just saw that washer and dryer and realized that I should have made space for that. Oh, and video games. This one's always nice because I feel like it's nice to just have a place to do a little zen moment. Which means we'll need some music in here because who wants to zen out? It's completely quiet all the time. Cool. I definitely will put some art on that wall, probably maybe something a little bit larger to take over both of those panels. I think a dresser, normally, I think I should put a dresser, because, you know, maybe she'll get a roommate, maybe times might get tough, or she just wants to be, ugh, these are so big. I think in a space like this, like, yeah, that's not the right pick this time. You know what? I think whoever's going to be in this room will be able to figure out their clothing if they move in. But until then, we're going to put a chair in this corner because I think, like, what if she wants to read? What if she wants to knit? You know, there's just gives you a lot more options here. I think where we're running into the issue is... There's no issue. There's no issue. Yeah, it's just not working. Oh, that gave me something I wasn't expecting. Like, is it a little bit busy? Yeah. But do I still kind of like it? Yeah. You know, this is Sims. Let's pretend this is a side table and an ottoman. You can sit, you can do it all. That's amazing. Love it all. And then I never do fish or anything. Like, I feel like I play so boring. So this could be a good challenge. But also, too, there's no space for a fish. So, not today. I don't think you want to paint in your room. It just gives me fumes. Cross-stitching. I've never had a sim cross-stitch. So this could be the time to start. You know, I'm into the knitting. So let's start with this just so they know, like, it's an option. No pressure. Don't want you to feel obligated. But, like, people are knitting. It's a good time. I also think, like, hey, if you're, like, super into the cross-stitching, like, no biggie, you got that option here too. Is this room plain? Yeah. But do I hate that? No. Because I think overall, she's not spending a lot of time in this room. I do think, just for sake of accuracy, it might be nice just to give her some kind of like workout equipment. Because I feel like a lot of people are going to definitely use their spare room to either do some yoga. Hopefully she's into yoga, because, you know, it's the worst when you get all this stuff or something and they're not into it. But also the sim, you can reprogram them to be into whatever you want. Okay, it's a little, like, on the nose in terms of, like, the blue on blue on blue. But, like, I don't hate it. And I also think it's the guest room, so, like, I don't want to overthink it. Some art on the walls, or maybe even... Ooh, this mirror is so affordable, but I don't think it's the right one this time. Okay, I do like the idea of you just get a little quick glimpse of yourself in the morning just to see where it's looking like. And then... Part of me is like, would it be... Oh, that's very blue. Part of me feels like that gets to be a lot, but also part of me feels like that could be... That orange definitely feels like glaring. Let's stick with art. That was the original idea. And then we can move... I'll do the bathroom last because I know the bathroom will take me the least amount of time. And sadly, this is probably one of the faster times. I just get so in the weeds because I feel like the more I give... Like, because I didn't make this sim, like, initially, it's like I have to force myself to really do the customization so I can make sure the story's done right. I think it's got to be a 2-tile picture. Okay, it's simple. It's kind of like a graphic print. She's a graphic artist. Maybe this is like her own art. That's nice to get a little bit of that. This is a very plain wall. I don't think that goes with the other thing. You know, I think those frames are different, but if they're not that close to each other, I think no one will know. That at least starts to break up that wall a little bit, but it doesn't feel like that purposeful. I also think maybe a shelf? It's like look at my own shelf. A shelf, maybe. I'm big on storage, probably because I feel like I don't have as much as I probably wish I had, so I'm always like, yeah, maybe add a few more storage opportunities. Because then maybe we could still put a picture up there, but then we could also have like a plant and I don't know, some books. Like it can do a little bit of both. Let's keep the price low. Ooh, Twiggy. Look at paying homage. So it still gives a little feminine room, like we have a model portrait in there. But it also, I want to offset the blue with being like too much of like a traditional little boy's room. That's nice. You look great, Twiggy. Amazing as always. Probably not practical in real life, but we're going to do some books on this shelf. Yeah, I already like that a lot. I think that looks nice. I think it... Maybe what we can do is add this same molding, and I think we can go to a darker blue. Ooh, that's a nice color. The navy is nice too. I think that one made me... Well, it literally made me say ooh, so... I know there's a lot of wood tones going on, but I think it's okay. I don't mind it. I also think I'm going to make this shelf a little bit lower. And let's move Twiggy over a tinge. Yeah, I'm liking that. I like that. Okay, so now let's move to Miss Farrah's room. I feel like Farrah's very much into the, like, my room is a comfort, my room is a peace. Ooh, that's... I mean, it's a little nerve-wracking to be able to, like, look straight into someone's, like, bed, but it's also a little wild and fun. So let's go for this. I like the iron rod bed. Okay. I like the green. Does Farrah like the green? Way too funky, but I'm always just curious as to like what an animal print will do, but I think I have some that are very realistic that I actually like. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. Because it's playing off the colors, it's adding a little bit more dimension to like both the bed color, I think also to the bed frame. I think it looks nice. I just realized too, it's one of those things like when you start to record yourself, you realize little nuances that you do. I click my tongue after I feel like I made a point, and I can hear it reverb in my headphones. Okay. I just like that it's feeling like eclectic. Like everything feels kind of like found, and I like that it feels like that. I think we can go with these same curtains because we have gold accents on the bed, I believe. Yeah, we'll call it gold. It's like a coppery, reddish, orangey gold. Amazing. I think we want to do, for lighting in here, we're going to do the wall sconces because I don't really often do those. You know, now, I have yet to do the gameplay with Star Wars, but I will say I really like a lot of items that come in that pack. I think initially I purchased that pack because there were so many like like things on the gallery that had something from it, and I just was curious as to like what was the thing they were all using. And I do think it's probably decor. Well, it had to be decor items, but I'm thinking a lot of it was like the lighting, just because I think the lighting is pretty good with that one. I was pleasantly surprised. Ooh, okay, I like the simplicity here. Because then it gives like room for like if we do some art here, maybe two large prints. Let's see if the Twiggy one has more to give, because I'm hoping something with some... They're so city-oriented that some of them feel like they would probably be more like an office versus like your bedroom. Okay, let's see what Twiggy has to offer over here. Okay, similar vibes, but maybe we can go with the maps. You know, and she's big on traveling London and Paris, two of my favorite cities, two of her favorite cities. Cool. I think we can add just some... I think as many people who decorate Sims homes, the clutter really makes the home feel like you start to get into it. It's just there's so many things that kind of give it personality, and it does help. So I think later on, I won't bore us on this stream or on this recording, but I think the next time I'll find a way to add some clutter, and then when we come back we'll have a little bit more of a lived in space, but at least I want to make sure that all the initial pieces, like the overall vibe of the place is set up, so then we just add the clutter. It just kind of gives it the little oomph it needs. So I think let's focus on getting a dresser, because she is going to need to get dressed every day. That will be large. And then I also think we have to think about what we want to do for the mirror. I like this a lot. It looks very well crafted. I hope she has enough space to walk past. I believe in her. And I think if we put a mirror kind of cornered here. Is there any superstition around having a mirror facing your... No, there isn't, because people do that all the time. So, I think that's fine. It's more than fine. Looks great. And... I like the room. I think, again, once we add some clutter, eventually, maybe a plant in this corner. But to that end, I do think... Ooh, you know, I'm a hot sleeper. So I think we can... No, maybe we'll do it this way. We'll add a fan in here. But we'll put the fan at the base of the light. Great. Would hate for her to sweat in the night. Just to kind of give some visual interest in this corner. Maybe we can do a little small chair, in case you're like putting on your shoes or... You know, it's a little like... I think in this situation it feels a tinge too childish. But I think, like, if done in the right way, like, I don't hate the black sheet. And I think it gives a little bit of, like, a nice, fun surprise. It's like whimsy. Let's go to our trusted patch, but let's try... I think the green might be nice. I think I like that. Yellow is nice, but it's a little too bright for me to wake up to. That's a nice color as well. I'm trying to factor in the floor. That green on green is nice too. These are very... It feels like a comfortable room. Like, this gives me, like, oh, that's comfortable. I like the way that made me feel. And then maybe we can leave... This can be just some, you know, maybe she finds some more art as she's, or maybe it's a pet and they need a little space. We can move some things around, but at least this gives something initial. I also think every bedroom needs some music, and I love my Google Home, so I am going to give her one as well. And then lastly, I know we thought we would never make it. And I don't even think I dislike the bathroom because I like the fact that the tile is kind of, it's got something interesting going to it. So I like the tile. So I think we have to think practically, what can we fit? I don't dislike this. Oh, I think this is great. I think in small bathrooms you have to get creative with the placement of the toilet. So I believe the toilet can sit on the foot end of the tub. Ignore. You see nothing. Okay, there's actually enough room to do... You know, what if I had a thing inside? That, like, yes, unrealistic, but for the sake of this build, I think I'm gonna... Maybe I'll do it like this. So there's a teeny bit of space. I guess what somebody built up. It doesn't matter. Also, another thing I've been putting in to each room, just because I like how it looks, and I'll put it in later, just some light switches. So now we have some with the game. I also have some CC ones. I don't know, for whatever reason, I just like the way they look. But back to our amazing bathroom. I think we have enough for some counters, and then I'm thinking a double sink. I'm thinking a double sink because I want it's like good to have a space that can still grow through. You don't want to like move in it's already too big or too small. So in this case, I think let's keep with the black. I don't think we have enough space for that. That's okay. Because we can do this with the toilet. We're going to move it over a tinge. Because we're going to put our toilet paper roll. And then we will do the sink. I'm like in the black still. Let's keep it all just super neutral, super matte. And then we'll do a big mirror. And then we can kind of add some clutter there too. So then that way when we do end up playing and getting Farrah into the neighborhood, integrated into the vibe, she'll feel confident about her home. We want her to make sure when she brings friends and lovers home, the house is feeling like her. Okay, I wish this was just a little bit smaller, but that was the vibe. She might be priced out of her vibe today, so I think in lieu of the still a little too big. That's beautiful. You know? Maybe we can just add that brown in there, even though there's not any other color. It does allow space for a neutral. I think there is like in the bathroom clutter kit. I don't know if I've ever used. Yes, there's a bath mat. Let's do black just to keep it to blend. And then I like the way that looks. And I don't think we have to do too much in here just because it's simply a bathroom. And there's this kind of doubles as the toilet mat and the bath mat if your feet need a little bit of comfort. I like what's going on outside. This cat freaks me out, but I think it gives personality. And I think we've done it. Farrah, though you may be wet and scared outside, girl, please know that inside it is so warm and beautiful and stylish and fun and amazing. So don't even worry, girl. Because next episode, or whatever these are, next time we play, we'll start to get into the neighborhood. We'll meet some of the people, the townies that we already have. We'll start to, we'll get Farrah into the gig. So stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun watching this interior design play along, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.